Hey everybody, welcome back to day 15 of the Advent of Cyber challenge through Tryhackme. Today we're going to be looking through web forensics. So we're going to be using the tool called Splunk to investigate web attacks. And as always, we start off the event with the Advent of Cyber calendar chocolate, which I'll do day 22. The holidays are fast approaching, and as we get closer to closing these out, we're almost done with this challenge. I think we only have like a week left. I'll be traveling, so it's going to be extraordinarily hard for me to do these while I'm traveling, but I'll make it work. Okay. Okay. TFBC's drone scheduler UI, web UI is getting strange. Long HTTP requests containing basically 4 chunks. Splunk raises an alert. Apache spawned an unusual process. Some endpoints. Hold on, before I do this, what am I doing? Let's start the attack box. I'll let Sammy in because Sammy. Sit there. There you go. Come. Nope. That's where it is. Go. Oh. Okay. 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 Sorry about that. As we dive back in. Okay. So we'll start back over once again. The TPFC's drone schedule web UI is getting strange long HTTP requests containing base64 chunks. Splunk raises an alert. Apache spawned an unusual process. On some endpoints, these requests cause the web server to execute shellcode, which is obfuscated and hidden within the base64 payload. For this room, your job is, as a blue teamer, is to triage the incident, identify compromise host, and extract and decode the payloads, and determine the scope. You'll use scope to pivot between web/Apache logs and host/sysmon telemetry. While the investigation steps below, each corresponds to a Splunk query and investigation code goal. All right. So we're starting the attack box here, and what else? Virtual setup environment. We're doing that. Target machine. We're setting up this, and we are in the pink. And Sammy is gone. Okay, dokie. All right, my dog can be extraordinarily persistent, and I don't need him scratching on the door. Web attack forensics. Okay. After you've successfully started your attack box and the target machine in the previous task, allow the system to around 3 minutes to fully boot up. Then we'll use Firefox on the attack box to access the Splunk database dashboard at the machine's IP using the credentials below. So we are waiting for this to get going. So as that's going on, 10 seconds left. Let's see if we can. I'm going to log into the Splunk page, and we're going to start doing the enumeration, and we're going to start looking into this. We don't know what the Splunk is. Splunk is an investigation tool that, as the traffic comes in, the IDS IPS, which is the intrusion detection and intrusion prevention systems, they monitor all the traffic that's coming through, and if it has irregular signatures, gets logged. Pretty much everything gets logged, but we're looking for events that could be considered malicious. So we are going to here to the Firefox. Come on, Firefox. Working. All right. Okay, spinning it up. And then we're going to go to the HTTP. Once it's fired up. HTTP. 10.64.131 and 31. Or it's going to be 88,000. One more. All right. Oh, not 80,000. Let's just do it this way. And there is no semicolon when we do this. Okay. No big deal. As always, I'm doing this in real time, so you're seeing all the mess ups and the GIFs and the mess ups. Did I mention you guys I'm seeing all the mess ups? Yep. Boom, boom. All right. Everyone. The machine is always running so slow. The lag on this is ridiculous. Okay. Don't screw me over, Splunk. Okay. All right. Now the username and password is going to be blue. Password is going to be pass to 4. I do not want to save it. Wow, okay. And then I'm just going to exit split view like that, and we'll get a better. Okay. Okay. So we're going to open up Splunk a little bit more so we can see everything as we go. And then we're going to have to toggle back and forth to see what the commands that we're going to be looking for. After successfully logging in, you'll be taken to a search page. We did a room already with Splunk in mind. And there's probably going to be a lot of stuff that falls over from that. So make sure to adjust the Splunk time range. Yeah, that's probably the first thing we're going to need to do. Because default Splunk is always like 15 minutes for an incident. Last 24 hours. We're going to go for all the time. Right, and then we have a lot more to go through for all time. If the default range is too narrow, you may see no results found. A blue teamer would explore various attacks angles via Splunks. In this task, we will follow the elf log McBlue, who uses his Splunk magic to unravel the attack path. Detect suspicious web commands. In the first step, let's search HTTP requests that might show malicious activity. The query below searches web access logs for any HTTP request that includes signs of commands execution attempts such as command exe, PowerShell, or invoke expression. This query helps identify possible command injection attacks where evil attackers try to execute system commands throughout a vulnerable CGI script like hello bat. There's a batch file, and this is how PowerShell actually executes any kind of malicious action. So if it invokes an expression, it means that it's like a get or push or a send. So the index is going to be equal to Windows Apache. So this is going to be the server that we're looking for. So the Windows Apache access, and this is what we're asking for. So we were looking for it to be command exe or PowerShell exe, or invoke expression. So this is the exact command that we're looking for. We're looking for all of these or any of these. We're looking at it from a table, host, client IP, URL path, or URL query. URL path and query are IP logins and setups. So if you're looking for it from there, that's where you would be looking at it from. So we're going to go ahead and copy all this so we don't have to type it all out, but I definitely recommend knowing these commands because I get so lazy sometimes that I basically just copy and paste everything and then I forget the commands and it doesn't help me at all. Command. Nope. All right. Grab that. Grab this. Copy it. We're going to try it over here. We're going to paste it. Paste it. Paste it. Maybe being a dick. Okay. We'll do it the old fashioned way. Index. And see, here it is exactly what I was just talking about. Apache L user status. No. Apache. Let's go Windows. Underscore Apache. Underscore Apache. Access. All right. And now we're going to be looking for CD. All right. Or PowerShell. Or PowerShell EXE. I don't know why that's in parentheses though. PowerShell tech.exe. Tech is different. Or invoke expression. All right. Expression. Okay. And then we're going to get that out of here. Now we're going to type that and we're going to go table underscore time. Table underscore time. Host is going to be the client IP. So client, is it going to be client IP or is it going to be client IP? IP. URI path. URI underscore path. URI underscore query. QURY. And then we're going to go with status. Okay. And these are going to be our commands that we just pulled up. So as we see, we've got the host, which is going to be the Apache web server. Right? We got the time in which this happened. So 1026, 1027, 1026, and 27 as well. So web server. Here's going to be your client IP. They're all going to be the same moving down. This is going to be the URI path. It's going to be a CGI, which I don't remember off the top of my head what it stands for, but it's let's find out. I and computers. Computer generated imagery. A specific technology or application of computer graphics for creating or improving images. And that's not the one I was looking for. Let's go with network. Yeah, common gateway interface. That's what I was thinking of. So this is the common gateway interface, which is going to be in the bin bash, and then it's going to call for the file. This is the query. I'm not going to go into too far into that, but you can read it out as it is. So, yeah, because it's a long hash value and all that, and then you're going to have a status, which means status. You should know your statuses at some point. I always kind of just have to look it up every so often, but 200 is definitely means that it was okay and then it cleared. So if you were to run this request, you get everything would just be fine with the way it is and was. That's the first thing we got to do. Oi. Okay, so we're gonna be using CyberChef. No. the other way around. Okay, there's multiple tools you could use for decoding base 64. I like CyberChef, but we're going to use the tool that they give you. And we're going to go there. We're going to just in our native machine. Now it copies. Okay, let's do this differently then. Go. Open. Look at that. Okay. So in this step, we are primarily interested in the base 64 string. This was that we looked at earlier, which may reveal various types of activities. Once you spot encoded PowerShell commands, decode them using base64.decode.org or your favorite base 64 decoder. This is the one I like to use. CyberChef is kind of has all the stuff that you're gonna need, but we're gonna use the one that they use because, well, I never have ultimately, and I like to do things in real time, and I like to mess up in real time. So, your favorite base 64 encoder to understand what the attacker is trying to do based on the results we've received. Let's copy the encoded PowerShell string using this. Whoop. All right, we're gonna grab it. We're gonna copy it, and we're gonna go one they suggested. We're gonna go. All right, and it's gonna be. Nope. I have to switch that out. All right, UHF. All right, and then paste it into the upper field column. Then click on the decode as shown below. And we did not get that, did we? Nope, we did not. But we do have all this. This is now mine. Wah ha 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 ha. I would love to know why it still gives me these little, whatever they are. So it's cool that we at least know that that's what it just said. Not gonna mess with it all that much. Why? But yeah. Decode each line separately. Useful when using multiple items. Live off. Do it again. Nope. Okay. So see how it opens up in CyberChef. Not chat. So this is another tool I like to use for it from base 64, where you can just drag and drop your input and grab this, and then I don't know why it's still not just gonna. Here's your regex expression. This is now my wahaha. I don't know why that. All right, not a big deal. Okay. Looking for server side errors or command execution in Apache error logs. So we're gonna be looking for the server drawing up the server logs basically, and we're gonna be looking on that. So server side errors or command injection or command execution in the Apache logs. Now, in this stage, we will focus on inspecting the web server logs. Hold on one second, though. Okay, just making sure. Sometimes they give you the answer and make you keep going. Okay. In this stage, we will focus on inspecting web server logs. This would help us uncover malicious activity, and we will use the following query. So Windows Apache error. So it looks like we use quite a bit. All right. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna drag this over. We're gonna copy it back to our machine. Paste this. Goodbye to you. We're gonna paste this. Cool. We're gonna copy this. Close that. And oh. So okay. Now we are here. All right. All right, a lot of stuff came up here. I wish there was a better way to filter this, but let's see what they got going on. This query inspects the Apache server logs for signs of execution attempts, internal failures caused by the malicious requests. As you can tell, we are searching for error messages with particular terms such as CS, CMD, and PowerShell. Please make sure you select view raw above display field. So view raw. Where is it? It's the same. Right? View format. You know what? I think we could watch. I think we can go through 3 fields. Yeah, there's not a lot there. Interesting. Okay. View raw. Event. Love the event. Event. Let's see if I did that. Event. Shrink this. Oh, whatever. Thank you. All right. All right. So we are sitting here saying. Okay, if a request like CGI bin hello bat and PowerShell triggers 500 internal server, which 500 internal server is often means that it's not working or it's failed. It often means the attacker input was processed by the server but failed during execution, and this is a key sign of exploitation attempts. So we got to check these results. So checking these results helps confirm whether the attack was reached by the backend or backend server or remained blocked at the web layer. Sorry. So trace suspicious process creation from Apache. Let's explore sysmon from for another. Sorry. Let's explore sysmon for other malicious executables that the web server might have spawned. We will do that using the following Splunk query. Jesus. Sometimes I just cannot speak correctly. Okay, copy. Want to duplicate this. And then I can run the same tab over and I can refer back and forth. So we're gonna go up and we are gonna drag this there. Put the guy here. All right, grab this guy again. Actually, I want to type that out. Sysmon. Parent image. Parent image. Image is equal to HTTP server. HTTP underscore nope equals. That's not it. Oh, we're gonna go here. We're gonna grab the wildcard. Means that it's gonna be asking anything within that wildcard parameter and exe. All right, HTTPD. Okay. So this is what was stopped on the front end of the deal. All right. Select view table from the drop down event. Okay, so this one we're gonna go view list, view table. We are. You can go away. I guess from here it's now view raw, right? Are you just mimicking the table? Are you son of a? Okay, whatever. Moving on. So you can see that this is the web app server, the command line, the web app server, user, event code. So this is how the front end's talking to the back end, basically. Um, Typically, Apache should only spawn worker threads, not system processes like CMD, exe, or PowerShell. If results show child processes such as parent image, Apache 24, bin HTTPD, exe, or image system 32 command. This indicates a successful command injection where Apache executed a system command. All right, well, let's kind of look into that then. So, command line, command ex cmd, exe, cmd. Okay, image. All right, so we're seeing a lot of this coming through. Executing it on this end. Now, moving on. Confirm attack enumeration activity. In this step, we aim to discover what specific programs we found from the previous queries. Wait. In this step, we aim to discover what specific programs we found from the previous queries do. And we'll do this by using this query. Grab that, copy this. We will bring it over here to Splunk. And we will drag this guy in here. And we will paste it. Grab it from here. Copy it. I really wish they would fix their clipboard. We're going to see if we can paste it. I wish I knew their hotkeys too. Instead, Apache error. Apache error. Apache error. Underscore error. Okay. Now we want cmd .exe or PowerShell. Shell. Exe, no. Sheller. Right, or internal. Right, server error. Internal server error. Okay, see, it is extraordinarily important to understand the syntax that you got. Okay, are we changing this up at all? This query looks for the command injection logs where CMD ran the who am I. Attackers often run who am I command immediately after gaining execution to determine whether the user account, which user account their malicious process is running on or running as. So, finding these events confirm that the attacker's post exploitation reconnaissance, showing that they've injected command that was executed on the host. All right, so that's basically what they're saying. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? All you. And then you can kind of track it from that position. Did I run this one now? All right. Okay, what didn't work there? CMD, exe, or PowerShell. Can you imagine? I wasn't supposed to have done that. Wait. Windows sysmon wildcard cmd exe, and we close that out with a wildcard expression there, and then we're going to open it again. Who am I? Turn it off. Let's see what comes back. No results came back. I did something. Now let's see. Okay, there we go. And we're going to list this as a table. Better readability. And that's where we are. So we're all caught up on what we were supposed to be doing as far as the Tryhackme page is asking us to do. So I have a feeling it's going to ask me some questions. Well, what was the recon executable exe file? What executable did the attacker attempt to run and inject? Wonderful. Okay. I don't know why I'm copying it, because I'm just going to type it out anyway. Okay. Okay. All right, fingers, don't fail me now. All right, we're going to type in image is equal to PowerShell is equal to PowerShell .exe. Maybe we not. Command line. Equal to ENC or command line is equal to wildcard coder encoded command. See, I'm not the biggest Splunk guy because of this fucking commands that you have to all know. Command line equal to base 64 4. Then close it out, right? Right, so let's see, we are asking for us to index Windows sysmon for the image within PowerShell, and it's going to be the PowerShell ENC, or it's going to be in the command line, which, oh, yep. Okay, or command line base 64. That looks good, so we're going to run it. Unbalanced amount of codes. So what do I have? What do I not have? PowerShell exe right there. Oh. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Syslog, systems, syslog, right? Image is equal to PowerShell exe. All right, command line or there. Nope. Still 7. Or command line. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to throw this out with the base 64 right there. PowerShell and line ENC, or command line encoded command, right? Or command line, the base 64. So what am I missing? Shell. That wrong. Command ENC. C. Or command. Encoded command. Encoded. Or command line equal to base 64. Huh. All right, well, what are we doing wrong then? And now we have to answer the questions. Wonderful. This correlates text PowerShell commands, coded common technique used to hide their real commands. If your defenses aren't configured, if your defenses are correctly configured, this should query no results, meaning the encoded payload such as mwahaha message never ran. If results appear, you can decode command and inspect. So am I supposed to have that? Oh man, that's what I need, isn't it? Zero delta. What is the reconnaissance executable? Let's see. Total crapshoot. I'm gonna say who am I? That's not an exe. I guess that was it. So there it is. Relatively simple-ish. I'm not a big fan of Splunk because of the large amount of commands that have to go through. But, you know, here we are. Your skills are skyrocketing. Oh, all right. Well, that's that for today. If you like it, join me every day at 8 o'clock, and I will be right here doing these in real time. You watch me screw up, mess up, and get it right at the same time. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want me to keep doing this, definitely let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys later.